the South Florida Bulls, taking on the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bulls offense will go on the attack first. And Jesse, this offense is built around a guy who could be a generational talent at wide receiver.
This offense is explosive because of that guy. He can take routine catches and turn them into long touchdowns. He can take the top off of the defense. They're going to throw his way early and often in this game, David.
And I can tell you already, the defensive coordinator is not enjoying his life. Like, every single play, you better know where he is. He can wreck a game in one play, can hit the home run at any time. All eyes will be on him.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
It's a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Going with the ground game left. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage, knocking that ball away and doing it clean? No PI on that one.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're
turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the ground. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Okay, ready? And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, USF! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
10, Georgia State, 0.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Anderson with the carry. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? He picks it up, still on his feet. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop right at the 34-yard line, standing tall to keep them from converting on third down. Fourth down coming. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulls can really attack on this second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab for a big play. And the Bulls want to move quickly.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call, and that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good.
Touchdown Bulls! Fired in from the red zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Nevada is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Reno. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Panthers, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's McGee. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Looking to throw on first down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused a missed timing.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's got him. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Erickson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Watkins. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's his 2nd sack of the day. And guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the lone running back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yard.
There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to the end zone. Fires and picked off.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Bulls will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Here's the handoff. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the bench.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Anderson with the carry. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the 2nd half to throw any completions.
They'll leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
And as he throws, and he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, the good news is after that 2nd pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the 1st period of the 2nd half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the 2nd half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Keeps looking downfield. Gets rid of it. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Hunt is on its way. Pulls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Watkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Under fire. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Kick is in the air. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, cause direct. That had to be a blown assignment. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. And the Bulls will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
7 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. On the ground, it's Isaac.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires it incomplete. The Bulls decide to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give on the option. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They send the tight end in motion. Trying play action. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Gonna take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Isaac.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
USF.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it.
24, Georgia State, 0.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped sometimes.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The Panthers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
It's
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll return it from around the 50. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
And the Bulls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He might want another play. Off the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That's reeled in. It's Gentry. At the 45 on his way. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exit. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bulls will hustle to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. kicks left to go. The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Or wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.